What up, everybody? It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker, man. Back with another video. And as y'all can see from the thumbnail and the title of this video, it might be over for Diddy. I'm not sure if you guys seen the recent footage. It's been all over the, of course, social media with the, hip hop pages, but this shit has made CNN. Now, when you make CNN, other eyes that don't pay attention to vlogs and pages like No Jumper, Say Cheese, Vlad TV and stuff like that, Shade Room, which I mean, white folks is going to be more tapped in. But before I get all into that, man, hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. I'm giving away $300 to a random subscriber once I reach 1,000. We're a little bit over 800. Shout out to everybody who's watching this video, returning subscribers as well as new viewers. Yes, I'm holding the mic because my stand that I had broke, but I ordered a new one. So I'll probably do like a product review of that. I'm gonna start doing product reviews of shit because I buy a lot of shit. Anyways, man, let me start this video by being very transparent with y'all. Because I see a lot of men online, women as well, who are in these comments of these pages on social media, as well as on Facebook and on Instagram and everything. And they are crucifying Diddy. Now, this isn't a video to crucify this man. Let me first and foremost say I do not condone anything that was on that footage. It's looking bad for him. But my point is it's a lot of people, and some people that I know that are on here doing this are acting like they've never had a physical altercation with their better half or a person that they were either married to, in a relationship with, in a situationship with, or just a fling, okay? With that being said, I'm going to be the first person to admit that in two of my relationships that I've had, both with people that I have children by, there was physical altercations, okay? Now, let me caveat that by saying, first off, I never initiated any of these situations. Second of all, they were all, if I did get physical with them, it was all in self-defense. My youngest son's mother will be the first to tell you that because she was very combative. I'd say, our time together was like 2007 till 2020. I'd say from about 2009 till about 2000 and New Year's of 2015, she was very combative. And when I say combative, I mean breaking shit, physically hitting me and all kind of shit. And, I'm not saying this to bash her or anything like that. We have a strong friendship, you know what I mean? And my daughter's mom, me and her got together when I was like 17. It was over by the time I was 21. But in that relationship, which was a marriage, prior to my daughter even being born, there was physical altercations as well. Now, again, I will say this. I didn't initiate any of that. And I was definitely defending myself because I do not believe that no man or woman should be assaulted in any type of way without defending themselves. Now, when I say defending myself, I mean restraining. I don't mean I ever punched a chick. I ain't never head-butted no chick, Ocho Cinco style. I ain't never kicked the chick or, threw her on the ground and started kicking her or, you know what I mean? It's always been restraint. So, whether I had to hold you by your collarbone or whether I had to hold you physically by your arms, like I used to have to do my ex-wife, because she was the type that she used to like to do this, and her trigger word, both of their trigger words were stupid. Like if you call them stupid, they would go off. You could call them a motherfucker, a bitch, a hoe, whatever you want to call them. But as soon as you said the S word, stupid, it was like you said, fuck their whole family tree or something. But one of the things that my ex-wife used to like to do is take her nails and just claw me right in the face. You know what I mean? And like, I used to have to go to work like that. And we was in the Army at the time, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely used to have to restrain her. Like, she was off the rails. Now, if you ask her, she'll act like she was the most abused bitch ever. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. Like, this shit happened while I was a teenager. I'm in my 40s now. But I'm not the type of person to, like, now that I'm older and wiser, like, if that's your truth, even if it's not true to me, hey man, you can live your truth and tell your truth however you want. I don't even got time to argue with people, defend myself. And it's not just with her, with anybody, about anything. Like, I'm the type of person, like, if you heard something about me, believe that shit. I don't care. You don't even, 99% of the time, people don't even know me anyway. Like, where's your witnesses to all the shit that you're saying? Anyways, man, so I have to be transparent with y'all and tell y'all that this is not a video to crucify Diddy like some of these people that I see, because I've had physical altercations with women. You know what I mean? Those two only in particular. Now, I've dealt with hundreds of women throughout my life, and you'll never find any other ones that'll be like, for years, some of these other women that will ever be like, yeah, he assaulted me, he hit me, like, no, bro, you're not gonna find bitches like that. You know what I mean? Because I'm just by nature not that type of person. Like, I didn't grow up in a household with parents who physically assaulted each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad, I've never seen my dad ever lay a hand on my mother at all. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, I'm not condoning anything that is seen on that tape or has been alleged by Diddy or anything like that. But, you know, I got a mother, I got a daughter, I got, you know, stepsisters now, you feel me? And I would not want anything physically done to them by any man. And I would tell my daughter as well, like, don't put your hands on no man either, because for every action, there's a reaction. My son is in his 20s now, and he's called me at times like, Dad, I'm about to beat this bitch up. You know, he referring to his son's mom. And I'm like, bro, you're dumb. Don't ever even talk like that, because the next thing to do is to act on that. Like, and you can ask him. I would tell him every single time, because he would call me just as a witness, like, Dad, you see what she's doing? You see what she's doing? And I'm just like, bro, don't put your hands on her. Don't put your hands on her. Do not put your hands on her. And I would tell that to any man. Do not put your hands on the woman, because there's never a justification for that. And ladies, there's never a justification for you to put your hands on a man either. Like, you know, in relationships, like, once a person gets physical with me, it's over. It's over. I'm not even finna forget and forgive. I'm not doing none of that. As soon as a female puts her hands on me, it's over. You feel me? Because I've been through that with, like I said, my youngest son's mom was very combative. My daughter's mom was very combative. Now, there's been no physical altercations with any of these women after the child was born, of course. You know what I mean? But, you know, I'd be lying to y'all if I said that I've never gotten physical with a female. But again, you know, it was always not initiated by me, and it was always in defense of myself. You know what I mean? So I'd be a hypocrite to get on here and be like, yeah, fuck that nigga. He's a dirty bastard. You're the scum of the earth. Like, I see a lot of people in these comments commenting, and I'm just like, just because your incidents were not caught on video, whether you're a man or a woman, or it took in place however long, like, you know, it doesn't make it right. Like, you got to be real with yourself. And that's what I see a lot of people on here, like, that are just crucifying this man. Again, I'm not condoning anything he did. I already told y'all in other videos, he always been a little weird to me. And I believe, and I made videos about this situation before, and I believe everything Cassie has said. You know what I mean? Now we see why he settled so quickly with her within 24 hours, because he probably knew that some of this shit was already going to come out at some point. Now, the video that is in question, we've already seen her balled up in a blanket and him, you know, I'm not going to say physically assaulting her, but antagonizing her already. We've already read the affidavit from her lawyer. I've read through all that. And now we see him actually physically assaulting her while in a bath towel with some crazy ass socks on. You know what I mean? Now, he can't deny that. That's you, bruh. You cannot deny that. Even if you want to put out a statement 1 or 2 weeks ago talking about people are crucifying my name and They're saying allegation. No, bro, you did that shit. Now, the reason why people are like, why this video just now coming out 8 years later? Well, that's because the feds have picked up this case on Diddy, because there's more allegations to him. And once the feds pick up the case, all them non-disclosure agreements that you signed with people or paid off, all that shit is null and void. You know what I mean? A lot of shit can resurface now. And Cassie has been on record to say that she would help with the investigation. Even though she's already got paid, she's still going to help with the investigation. Hey, ain't hell have no fury like a woman scorned, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is why you do not get yourself involved in situations like this with women, because there's no limit to how your name is going to look, how your image is going to look, how your bank account is going to look after this, how people are going to perceive you and all that other good stuff. Bad stuff, I should say. But yeah, man, it's not looking good for Diddy, man. This might be the end. I don't think that this is even the end of footage or anything like that. This is, they digging up shit from 8 years ago. So ain't no telling how many other times that these incidents might have happened. But it's not looking good for bruh. But again, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, he's the worst person ever. And like, even though I have never assaulted a female like the way that he did on camera, I just don't condone that. But like, my message is before you get online and start bashing this dude, think about yourself. Women too, think about yourself. And again, I'm not condoning anything that was seen on that footage or in those alleged documents and anything that else might come out from him. But I will say this, because I see a lot of women online saying, making excuses, which I'm going to call it an excuse of why they don't leave. Like, I'm not a woman, so I can't put myself in a woman's shoes of how she would feel if she was getting not verbally, but physically assaulted, and say, oh, you should have left. But I will say you always have the right to leave. You always have the right to call the police. You always have the right to do a lot of these things. So, I believe everybody plays a role in situations in their life, whether the situation is good or whether the situation is bad. We all play roles in situations. And with that being said, like, that's kept me from being mad at people a lot of the time. I'll give y'all a small example of shit like that doesn't have anything to do with physical abuse or anything. Let's just say you loan somebody some money, okay? Now, you know that this person isn't always the best person with money. You know that this person might have not paid other people back, but let's just say you loan people some money and they don't pay you back, and then they stop answering your calls and texts and they just get ghost on you. Yeah, you can be mad at that person, but what role did you play into that? You knew already this stuff about this person, but you still continued to loan them some money. So that's my point, is like, everybody plays a role in every situation in life. And to circle back around, Cassie is still at fault for some of this shit by allowing herself to still continue to be in this situation because of the monetary things that she was receiving in exchange for, obviously, the beatings that she was getting. Okay, you could have left at any single time. Now, again, I'm not a woman, so I can't fully say how a woman is going to feel, but I can say that whether you're a man getting physically abused by your girl or whether you're a woman being physically abused by a man, nobody's locking you up in a cellar and keeping you chained up. Like, you can leave at any time. Free will is, especially in 2024, is at an all-time high. You don't have to stay with somebody that's even verbally abusing you. You know what I mean? Because that's the first step before physical abuse. So she has a role that she played in this as well. Now, there's been other accounts of people, witnesses, that have seen her physically assault him. Now, just because it's not on camera doesn't mean that it's not true, And I'm not saying that any of this is right. I'm not saying that anything, for every action, there's a reaction, but every action don't deserve a reaction. You still can walk away from any situation that you don't like yourself being in unless you're in fucking prison for something. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you can get up and physically walk out a door at some point, it might, now, you know, we can run through scenarios all day. If somebody's physically assaulting you and then they standing in front of a door, and, you know, at some point you're going to get out that house, out that car, out of something. You know what I'm saying? So if you choose to come back to that shit, like, some blame has to be put on you. We're not going to say Cassie is just totally innocent in this, or any other woman that has dealt with him or anybody else that's physically assaulting him, man or woman. Like, if you're a man and your bitch is beating you up and you still continue to take the bitch back and make up and break up, like, we know that happens every day with relationships. You have to look at yourself and be like, I played a role in this situation if I didn't walk away the first time that it happened. If you don't walk away from it the first time that it happens, then you're actually enabling that shit to happen more, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman. Let's just keep it a band on here. You feel me? Like, let's just keep it real. I've been assaulted in relationships physically by females. Did I leave? No. Not saying that that should have continued, but I always had the right to go somewhere else if it was that bad. You know what I mean? We all have a role that we play in life in every situation, whether you want to keep it real with yourself or not, you know. But again, I am not condoning anything that I seen on that tape. I would not wish any physical violence against any woman in my family, or any of y'all females watching this, or any of y'all males watching this. But my real message is, you know, aside from him, like, this might be it for him, is that, one, we all got a role that we play, you know, in life, in every situation. Two, you can always walk away from the shit. And most importantly, three, is that shit is for the birds. Do not ever put your hands on a man. Do not ever put your hands on a female. Like, it's not cool. It's not cracking. You feel me? I ain't gonna make this video too much longer. Y'all can drop the comments of how you feel or whatever. Like, share this video. I appreciate it. Again, I'm giving away $300 to a random subscriber once I reach 1,000. And thank you for watching. It's your boy, Stack the King. I got a trip coming up to another country, so stay tuned for that. It's your boy, Stack the King, man, and I'm out.